Hello, everyone, and welcome to this educational forum on contemporary issues impacting the Olympics at the Tiffin University in Fort Myers. What a great topic and what a great place. I wish I was with you in Florida in this sunny and bright weather. Instead, I'm in Paris, but I cannot complain. This is going to be the city of the year, and we have some very exciting events coming ahead. So welcome, everyone. My name is Alexandra de Navacelle de Coubertin. I'm a descendant of Pierre de Coubertin, and I'm currently the president of the Pierre de Coubertin Family Association. As such, I represent the Coubertin's family at the IOC, and I also sit in one of their commission, the Culture and Heritage Commission. As you can guess, its ambition is to promote the spirit and philosophy of Olympism. So you've chosen a very exciting topic. This is a topic that is dear to my heart because it really illustrates the true intention behind Pierre de Coubertin's dream to get the world together at once to talk about important topics. Because Pierre de Coubertin did not reinstate the Games just for his love for sport, even though he really did love sport. He reinstated this ancient tradition with this ambition to create an international platform that would allow nations from all around the world to meet, create dialogues, and at the time, urgently stop wars. To illustrate his intention, I've selected a sentence that he said in 1919, which I think will highlight quite well what he meant. This is what he said. When I restored the Olympiads, I did not look to what was nearby. I looked to the far-off future. I wanted to give the world, in a lasting way, an ancient institution whose guiding principle was becoming necessary for its health. The Olympic movement was founded with the intention of promoting the idea of peace, friendship, and understanding between the people of the world through the practice of sport. Pierre de Coubertin was inspired by the Olympic ideal of ancient Greece, where sporting competitions were used as a means of promoting the values that they cherished and that we still cherish, such as fair competition, physical excellence, mutual respect, and peace. He believed that sport could contribute to the education of individuals and foster respect between nations. The underlying intention of the Olympic movement was to create an international event where athletes around the world could come together to compete in spirit of fair play and brotherhood. So the modern Olympics have become a platform to address broader issues affecting global society, such as environmental sustainability, gender equality, and social inclusion. Indeed, each Olympics is an opportunity to address contemporary issues and to unite the country around a common goal. This is a historic year for France. France will be welcoming the world in July. So let me tell you about a few incredible record-setting that France is aiming to show the world for the Paris Games. Two of the main topics that France has decided to address are matters of inclusion and respect for the environment. Those two domains are where France is trying to set new records, and I've selected some examples, 5 actually, in each domain. Let me start with the inclusion topic. In regards to inclusion, France is going to do, among others, 5 things that I'm going to highlight, and I'm sure you've heard of several of those. But the first one, which I think should really remain top of mind, is the fact that those games will be the first ever Olympic Games to be 100% fully gender-balanced games. 50% female, 50% male will be competing at those Paris Games. Another one is, for the very first time as well, the French organizing committee of the Olympics have decided to use one identical logo for the Olympics and Paralympics. This is a very cool message that they should be treated equally. The third one is venues. There will be identical venues for Olympic and Paralympic Games. Another one is the opening ceremony, and you might have heard this one is going to be unique. Unlike other ones who are usually contained to a single stadium, this one will be open to the public and will essentially look like a parade of athletes conducted on the river on boats, a boat for each nation, crossing the river through the center of Paris for about 6 kilometers, open to the public. A fifth one is they've decided to add to all the competitions 2 public competitions. There will be a public marathon inviting any participants to join, as well as a road cycle event. Those are just some of the examples that will make those games more inclusive and more gender equal and more accessible. Now, in matters of environment, I've also selected a few that I thought would be interesting for you to know. The first one, which is also very dear to the IOC's agenda, it's the use of existing sites for the competition venues. For France, 95% of the competition venues will be using existing. Now, this is a very cool chance to actually leverage some stunning French landmarks and transform them into sporting venues. You will see historical places such as the Invalides, La Concorde, Le Grand Palais. Those magnificent 18th, 19th, 20th century will be turned into awesome competition venues. Underneath the Eiffel Tower as well. I did not mention that one, but that will be a very cool one to go to. What it means is that we are trying to reduce the environmental impact. But as you heard, 95%, so that means that there are some that will be produced. And those venues that will be produced with a heritage in mind, with a purpose in mind. One is the Olympic Village. The Olympic Village is essentially being built as an eco-district for the future of the residents of a neighborhood of Paris that has been slightly underdeveloped and needs attention. This eco-district conceived Olympic Village will be a heritage that the residents will be able to use for their own life. This is one, but there is also an aquatic center that will also be a gift to the same neighborhood. This will be a huge aquatic center with 3 beautiful Olympic-sized swimming pools. In, again, a neighborhood where not a lot of, there's very little facilities for children to practice sport, and swimming has become a priority for this neighborhood. Another one is zero carbon emission. So that's a big one for a huge event, but that is one of the agenda. A third one is the energy that will be used during the games, which will be 100% green. Another one is the food source, which will be 100% sustainable and certified. And then another one I think is important is transportation during the games. 100% will be clean transportation. Every site will be accessible by public clean transportation. Those are just a few of the examples that I wanted to bring to you today, which I hope will simply be a stage to continue really interesting conversation about how the Olympic movement, this Olympic reunion, is really the best occasion to treat contemporary issues. I wish you a great forum, and I hope to see you in Paris for the Games. Bye to all.